Well, he was nominated for vice president. Now he says he's giving up as governor. Minnesota's Tim Walz announcing today he will no longer run for a third term.
Every minute that I spend defending my own political interest would be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who want to prey on our differences. So I've decided to step out of this race, and I'll let others worry about the election while I focus on the work that's in front of me for the next year.
Well, the shocking decision comes as the 2024 vice presidential candidate was under intense scrutiny over a series of fraud cases involving government-funded daycare programs in the Gopher State. Political director Avery Harper joins me now for more insight on this. So these fraud claims, Avery, they gained traction in the last couple of weeks, and now Walz has decided to drop out. What do we know about this?
Right. Well, we do know that these claims centered on fraud allegations at various child care centers throughout the state of Minnesota. There are federal charges that have been filed, and there have been many folks who have been charged with conspiracy in this case, but that is going to have to play out in court. What we do know is that they became amplified online, these claims, and they were picked up politically by those on the right, which escalated quite quickly for Governor Walz. There was no evidence here that Governor Walz had any sort of wrongdoing, but the criticism has been that this has all happened on his watch. And now the state is facing threats of a federal funding freeze. And so we did see Governor Walz say today that instead of running for re-election in the state, he is going to focus on the work in front of him, and he is going to try and defend his state from the intervention of the Trump administration.
So who are the front runners then to replace him?
Right, and there have been no formal major candidates who have jumped in just yet, but all eyes are on Senator Amy Klobuchar, who is very popular in this state. Sources tell ABC News that she has received a lot of outreach, people encouraging her to jump into this race, and she is considering it, but she has not made a final decision yet. We do know that she met with Governor Walz over the weekend to talk about the race.
All right. Well, shortly before Walz made this decision, Trump reposted someone on Truth Social who falsely suggested that Walz had something to do with the death of murdered Democratic state lawmaker Melissa Hortman. That suggestion, complete nonsense. But lawmakers and, of course, her family are reacting.
Right. We have seen on both sides of the aisle in Minnesota that lawmakers have really responded with outrage, calling attention to security concerns that this all raises. You have to remember that Melissa Hortman and her husband were both killed in an act of political violence in the state of Minnesota. Also, her children, Sophie and Colin, have released statements about the reposting of that video on Truth Social. They have pointed to it as a painful reminder of the death of their parents, and they've asked for the president not only to remove the post, but to apologize to the family. And they say to remind them that this has been a very painful experience for them, and they've just had to celebrate the holidays without their parents for the first time.
Avery Harper, thank you.